Hi there. So today I'd like to show you a few places where you can play an F major scale on the guitar. Now to begin with, I'd like to say that the F major scale or the F major key is not a very common key for classical guitar repertoire or for really any type of guitar repertoire, simply because of some of the chords that playing in the key of F involves. I'm referring to bar chords, and there are guitarists who struggle or would like to stay away from bar chords, and for that reason a lot of guitar repertoire is not in the key of F, does not use F chords or the F scale that often. Of course, people that play a steel string guitar or an electric guitar, not so much electric but more like steel string, would use a capo, and a capo would allow you to use the other fingers without having to bar the strings. So maybe at some point I'll make a video to help you deal with bar chords and how to play a bar chord without any pain or discomfort in your left hand. That's a big deal for guitarists, at least in the beginning anyways. So you won't find a lot of repertoire in the key of F in the classical repertoire or even in the popular repertoire, and if you do, most guitarists will use the capo and play an E chord and just have the capo in the first fret, and then you end up with an F chord. So anyways, it's not a very common key or scale for the guitar, but there are times when you have to play it. So here are a few examples for where to play different F major scales on the instrument. And you can start with the one in the first position, which will use some open strings, and it would look something like this. And slowly, sixth string, 1, 3, fifth string, 0, 1, 3, fourth string, 0, 2, 3, third string, 0, 2, 3, second string, 1, 3, first string, 0, 1, and together. There are two extension notes in this particular position that you can add. Below this first note, you can just lift that finger off, and it gives you the E below. And at the note next to the note at the top, which is an F, you can play the third finger, which is a G. So you can add those two extension notes, and it would sound something like this. And again. And the next position you can try is what we call the 3 finger per string position, and that would start in the same first fret, and it would look something like this. Okay, and slowly, 6th string, 1, extended 2, 4. So 1 on F, extended 2 on G, pinky on A, like this. 5th string, 1, extended 2, 4 again. 4th string, I'm moving to the 2nd fret, 2nd position, 1, 2, 4. Same thing on the 3rd string, 1, 2, 4. Second string, I'm shifting to the 3rd fret now, 1, 3, 4, and the same thing on the 1st string, 1, 3, 4. So putting that together, something like this. can add the same extension note here if you want. It's open, so that would look something like this. Okay. The next position you can try would be possibly in the 5th position with my pinky in the 8th fret on that 5th string, which is my F note. So I'm on the 5th string, 8th fret with my pinky, so that's a 4. Let me just play an octave for you. And slowly we have 4, next string 1, 3, 4, next string 1, 3, next string 1, 2, and together. Lots of extension notes in this pattern, and you'll notice that, I already went through the key of C, D, G, E. I think I did E. This is F. You'll notice that some of the patterns repeat because on the guitar, many of the scale patterns are quite movable. So this is, I did this with the key of E and also the key of D, I believe. So it's really the same pattern, just in a different place on the guitar. Quite a few extension notes for this position. For example, down here, this is the F, so I have 4. I can do 4, 3, 1 backwards. And on the 6th string, 4, 2, 1. So I have this. And same thing at the top. I can do 2, which is my last note, the octave. I can do 2, 4. And on the 1st string, 1, 2, 4. So I have this. So then that whole scale with the extension notes might look something like this. Okay? Now if you want to make this pattern even longer, you can go down here and connect this pattern with that pattern like so. Beginning on the 5th, the 4th finger, that is, the pinky. If I go backwards like I just did before, and I'll switch to 3 and 1, and maybe even open. So I have the extension notes from before, 4, 3, 1, 4, 2, 1, 3, 1, 0. So and putting that whole thing together, I might have something like this, going from the low F to the high C and back to the low F, something like this. Okay, so again. Okay, the next pattern you can try is the same pattern Segovia does in the C and D position. I do it here, same pattern, just a little bit higher, with the 2nd finger on the 8th fret. So I do, let me just play a couple of octaves for you. So what I did there was 5th string, 8th fret, 2, 4. Next string, 1, 2, 4. Next string, 1, 3. I'm going to switch to the 10th fret with the first finger, play 1, 3, second string 1, 2, 4, first string 1, 3, 4. And here's what I have. Some extension notes at the bottom here from F, which is 2, 2, 1, and then 4, 2. So that whole thing together with some extension notes. And you can also try the 3-finger per string position here, just like we did here. You can do it here. The frets are going to be easier to reach, but then you'll run into the upper bout here. That scale pattern looks something like this. And again. And here's the fingers. 5th string, 8th fret, 1 extended 2 pinky. 4th string, same thing, 1 extended 2 pinky. 3rd string, I slide to the 9th fret, 1, 2, 4. 2nd string, I slide to the 10th fret, 1, 2, 4. 1st string, 1, 3, 4. Okay, and some extension notes at the bottom here. We have pinky, 2, extended 1 backwards. So that whole thing would be something like this. And again. Well, these are just some positions where you can play an F major scale on the guitar. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is not a very common scale or key for the instrument, simply because it involves playing quite a few bar chords throughout the different chord changes, so guitarists and composers alike sort of stay away from this key. But I do recommend that you're able to play at least 3 or 4 different positions in the key of F throughout the fingerboard, because you never know if you need it for some future song that you might want to learn. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you like it, and see you in the next one. Bye.